Hallo und herzlich willkommen zum höchstwahrscheinlich, was sage ich zum höchstwahrscheinlich, willkommen zum letzten Teil von The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, First Chapter. Wir haben eigentlich alles gemacht, wir haben den Coup verhindert, wir haben uns durch den Untergrund gekämpft, Colonel Richard besiegt und feiern im Grunde jetzt nur noch unseren Sieg. Aber nicht, bevor wir die letzte kleine Nebenquest absolviert haben. Denn, ich werde zwar nicht mehr die perfekte Bracer-Point-Zahl schaffen, weil ich dieses Schleichsegment verkackt habe ein bisschen. Da war ich ein bisschen unvorsichtig, das hätte mir klar sein müssen. Aber wir können zumindest noch die letzte Quest einfahren, die da startet hier bei Olivier. Olivier? Estelle, Joshua, I heard from Cassius that you've become full-class bracers. Well done, well done. Congratulations, my dear little pussycats. Could you just go with thanks? Ach, well. Olivier, what brings you here? I'd heard you were invited to tonight's celebration banquet, but, well, I didn't think you'd be here already. Yeah, seriously. What's a guy who loves parties doing drinking alone in a quiet place like this? Better be careful, or some people might start thinking you're an imposter. The news of you two becoming full-fledged bracers filled my heart almost about to bursting. So much so that I saw no recourse but to hold an impromptu concert in front of the grand arena. If only you had witnessed the unbridled excitement I inspired in my legion of fans. Right. Makes me think of the performance at the Harten Gate. Indeed, and such a public explosion of passion left me drained. So I wandered here for a quiet place to drink in blood. Ah me, in restless dreams, walking alone, sharing my drink they call loneliness. Before you sits the beauty and the beast that is man. Okay, labert halt wieder die ganze Zeit nur irgendeinen Quatsch. I can't make these words fit together into anything resembling sense. Ja, das wirkt schon so ein bisschen komplett random. So yeah, about your reunion with my dad. You apparently have something you need to talk with him, don't you? I do? You do. As a matter of fact, it seemed to me as though Dad already knew who you were. Inconceivable, my pretty kitty. Surely a man like him and a man such as I would have little need to spread our wings and fly. Yeah, he definitely knows something. He's acting weird even for him. Definitely. There's more to this story for sure. Okay, sonst hat er nichts mehr zu sagen, ne? Nee. Okay. Ich bin mir gar nicht mehr sicher, was ich jetzt machen sollte. Also ich weiß nur noch, die beginnt hier. Das hatte ich mir extra nochmal nachgeguckt. Aber ich würde jetzt einfach nochmal zur Gilde gehen. Vielleicht bringt uns das ja weiter. Ah, und überall in der Stadt wird gefeiert. Alle sind happy. Irgendwelche random Flaggen hängen da in der Luft, die so gar keinen Sinn ergeben. Ist aber völlig okay, weil warum nicht? Hast du was für uns? Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, we don't have any new assignments today. You two may feel free to go on out and enjoy your date. Date? Who's on a date? We're so not dating. Yet? At all, I mean at all. Okay. Yeah, hahaha. Would like someone to find and detain one blonde-haired, self-proclaimed musician wearing a white coat who is thought to be arriving in the royal city. Oh, and not to dampen the mood on this joyous festival, but I have further news. Specifically, I've learned a few things about Jester. Oh, that. That's the corps 2nd Lieutenant Lawrence belonged to before joining the intelligence division, correct? Indeed. They were a small team that primarily operated from a small autonomous state in the outskirts of Arabonia. They were quite skilled, as they'd have to be, to call themselves a Jägerkorps. But about 6 months ago, the entire group vanished. The entire group? You mean everyone? Were they, like, wiped out in some border skirmish? No, there are no records of them being in a battle at the time. In total, over 100 people disappeared and not a soul knows what happened to them. Yowza, that's creepy. Timeable overlaps with Lawrence joining the Intelligence Division. Are the two events related? Scheint so nämlich, als ob Lawrence derjenige ist, der noch über dem Colonel stand und ihn beeinflusst hat. Aber It sounds like the plans for a member of the imperial family to attend the birthday celebration were cancelled. The only Iberian representative at the ceremony will be a simple ambassador, much like in previous years. Okay, weren't they supposed to be a marriage candidate for Chloe or something? Yeah, an arranged marriage to help cement Duke Dannon's ascendancy. Ja, bla 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 bla. Ja, aber... Ach, ich habe ihn ja gefunden. Ich bin dumm. Ich dachte, ich könnte jetzt einfach melden, hey, der sitzt da im Schloss, aber wahrscheinlich rede ich am besten mit Olivier selber. Bisschen klüger. So, rennen wir ins Schloss. Wieder die Treppe hoch. Ach, warte, das wollte ich nur noch mal machen. Wie sieht es eigentlich hier drin aus? Okay, es ist einfach ein stinklangweiliges Office. Ach, da haben wir drin gekämpft. Ja klar, da wissen wir schon, wie es aussieht. Das haben die abgesperrt. Wow. Entschuldigung, ein bisschen Verschwendung, ne? So doll ist dieses Zimmer auch nicht. So, okay. Still, Joshua, it is the birthday celebration. What a waste it would be if we were not to enjoy it, no? Hey, Joshua, I think he's the guy. Without question. I have it. Why don't you join me in a little afternoon delight? Just you and I. Doesn't that sound divine? Come now, do say yes. Funny you ask. We were just talking to this guy who asked us the same thing, and we said we have this friend whom you would probably just love to talk to. Did you really know? Honest to goodness? Goodness? Zweimal direkt hintereinander verkackt, ist auch okay. Absolutely. Would you like us to introduce him to you? I would most love that. Oh Gott, ich kann es heute nicht mehr lesen. Please lead the way. Und wir geben ihn jetzt einfach beim Müller ab, wa? Huh? Where are we back at the Bracer Guild? Oh, then get your neckerchief in a knot. Alan's calling over our guest, you see. Yes. The interested party has been successfully contacted and should be arriving here shortly. I imagine that she simply can't bear waiting for the opportunity to meet me. Tell me, have I made this kitten's acquaintance before, or is this to be your first meowing? I believe the kitten knows you and really wants to see you. Kittens and grandson. Perhaps it's Shira, or perhaps even Carno or Annelies. No. Must not discount the possibility that it might be Mayor Mabel, or maybe even my dearly sweet Lila. Surely it's not Princess Claudia or Tita? Let's just say that you've got one hell of an imagination. Okay, wer kommt denn da? Come in! It's Mueller! Looks like you've done what I asked then. I appreciate it. On behalf of the Erebonian Embassy, I thank you. That's not necessary. It was Olivier who was really eager to oblige you. I don't remember being present at that discussion, but does this mean that you're the kitten who wished to see me? What are you smoking? Her Royal Majesty the Queen directly invited you to tonight's banquet, so I'm not about to tell you you can't go. But I know you, and I know you're going to get into trouble if you're not properly chaperoned. So I'm keeping a close eye on you until dinner time, and you're going to like it. Estelle, Joshua, you tricked me. Ja, wir haben nie gesagt, dass eine Frau auf dich wartet. Okay, komm, führ ihn ab. Nein! Und das war das Letzte, was wir von Olivier gesehen haben. Erstmal. Wobei, ich glaube, er taucht sogar noch einmal kurz aus. Okay. Leider fehlen uns 2 Punkte. Und, ja. Wir könnten jetzt noch rumgehen, in den Läden schnuppern und was machen, aber es wird Zeit für das große Finale. Und macht euch auf so einiges gefasst, Freunde. Jetzt geht's rund. Okay, we finally made it to the rest area. You sure you don't want to look around more? Or are you finally ready to take a break? Let's stop and rest a bit. Phew, walking all over the place like that can really take it out of you. Glad we can get off our feet for a minute then. For the moment at least, Granzo seems like it's genuinely at peace. Do you really think so? I'm just glad that we can leave it all up to Dad and everyone else, at least for today. Of course, I really think it should be his responsibility to begin with, since he showed up so late. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe it's just part of his nature. Oh well, it's not like we can do anything about it. But check us out, we're actually full braces now, which means we're not beholden to any specific branch and can go wherever we want. Anytime a branch is short-handed and requests help, we'll just take an airliner to get there. But our newfound freedom will also mean greater responsibilities. Sure, but I think we'll be able to handle it. I mean, hey, we actually played a major part in it stopping a coup. And it means I'll never have to hear Dad going on about how it worries him when you're not around to keep an eye on me. Yeah, I think his days of saying that are at an end. You really showed him what you can do. Still, I think I'd like to stay with you from now on. Huh? Oh, would I just get on your nerves? No, nothing like that. But what do you mean by stay with me? Just that we know each other so well and we can practically read each other's minds. I think we make a good team and I'd hate to break it up. Oh, you mean like for bracer business? And yeah, I was thinking you were going to tell me your big confession or something. What? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Still, what was that all? Boy, it sure is hot out today, huh? And there's nothing to beat hot weather like ice cream. I'll even treat, so you wait right here. Huh. I don't think there's an ice cream stand over that way. I wonder if she... Nah, there's no way. My, but I do envy you your youth sometimes. Professor Alba. It's been a long time since we last met, hasn't it? So much has happened lately, but things are finally settling down again. People truly thrive the most in peaceful times. Oh, something the matter? You look a bit pale. I would have thought you'd generally be in better spirits now that you've attained senior bracer status. Speaking of which, I truly must congratulate you on your success. So long as, of course, I'm not being too forward in doing so. Ever since we first met, you always made me really uncomfortable. I'm a little more used to you now, but I still get the shakes a little bit whenever you look at me. Huh? And in all the cases we've dealt with, there have been people who just forget things. You're always there investigating, no matter where we've gone. Your timing's almost a little too good. What really clued me in was Kurt's reaction. He lost his memories too. He said he wasn't feeling so well when he was in the stands, and you were right there with him. Professor Alba, was it you? Impressive. Even with your cognizance and recollection being puppeteered, you were still able to piece it all together. Indeed, it was I. Allow me to clear away your confusion. You're... So you finally remember me, do you? When your heart was in tatters, it was I who rebuilt it. I who restored it. It was I who poured a soul back into that empty vessel. You have the power to twist the minds and memories of men. The 7 snake apostles, the Angers, you one of them. Weissman the Faceless. I've not heard that name pass your lips in ages. Enforcer number 13. The Black Fang, Joshua Stray. You are behind all of this, which means that Lieutenant Lawrence has to be... It is as you surmise. I was kind enough not to erase your memories of him. I'm not surprised you were able to make the connection so quickly. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know you were thinking of him. So you're here to finish me off? No, nothing of that sort. The first phase of our plan went off without a hitch. Since I have a moment to spare, I simply thought I came to see you. First phase? The seal in the old ruins? The gate which blocks the path to the ring. Wrenching it open was but the first step of many. And already there exists no means of closing it again. I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. What the hell is the Shining Ring? And what's your little society after? If you really wish to know, why don't you rejoin? I'm certain that you'd be able to return to activity duty in no time. To active duty. You needn't look so glum, we can get you back into fighting form. Please spare me your withering looks. I do understand that you have a family now whom you regard as important. You greatly admire your father, to say nothing of the girl you so adore. Even with him on your side, throwing those gifts away would be the actions of an idiot. And so, I've come here to see you. I came to offer you true freedom from our association as thanks for the integral role you so perfectly played. Which means that I must congratulate you, Joshua. You are already a free man. I am most grateful for the work that you've done over the past 5 years. Huh? What? Oh, don't be so boring. I was expecting a bit more cheer out of you at hearing such news. Huh. Perhaps there's a flaw in the design of your emotions. I've been helping you? What kind of bullshit are you expecting me to swallow? Oh, pardon me, I completely forgot to tell you. I never intended you to be an assassin, but rather a spy. What? The society abandoned you. We played on the pities of a noble-hearted man, and it worked. You were given a loving home, and while you were there, our contacts would check in on you from time to time, and you tell them everything. We were particularly interested in your reports on the movements of the Branche Guild, as well as your intel on one Cassius Bright. But of course, you wouldn't remember having done things such as that. You were not yourself at the time. Oh, sein Gesichtsausdruck ist so gut! Cassius Bright, S-Rank Bracer. He was the foremost impediment? Ich weiß nicht, to the success of this plan. We felt certain he would be quick to act in order to stop any coup that should occur. But through a detailed analysis of his behavioral patterns, we finally devised a plan that would lead him out of the country and out of our way. Siehste, das ist nämlich von Anfang an geplant gewesen, dass er gar nicht im Land ist. The intel you've unknowingly been feeding us has been most useful indeed. No. And so I must thank you again. The past 5 years have been of inestimable help. Joshua war also ein Schläferagent und er wusste nichts davon. Und hat der Society, der Gesellschaft, alles verraten. You have to be lying. All the time I spent with Estelle. Why are you so sad? Has your feigned ignorance not earned you a beloved family as well as a happy home? If you say nothing, they will never know. However, it is the sort of thing that might weigh heavily on a fellow. Since your fellow members of the Bright household are such good people, perhaps a little too good for a monster such as yourself. However much you may model your behavior after a normal, decent person, you are no such thing. You must surely have noticed your ability to reason through and execute a solution to a problem, no matter the circumstances. Your physical strength and reflex is better than an entire squadron of normal soldiers. You are my greatest creation, my human weapon. That is who and what you truly are, the Black Fang. Also der schwarze Reißzahn. You have no place in the lives of normal people. You'll never be happy in their presence again. You can't be. When it becomes too much for you, you are always welcome to return to the Grandmaster Society of Souls, back to Ouroboros. Und da haben wir den riesigen Gegenspieler, der eigentlich die Strippen zieht. Und die ganze Zeit lenkt diese Gesellschaft im Hintergrund die Geschichte und Joshua ist Teil davon, ohne es zu wissen. Is this my punishment? My sister and Löwe? What do I do? I don't know how to face him after all that, but I've kept him waiting for way too long. It's getting late too. I'm such an idiot, I need to learn to think before I open my mouth. I wonder if Joshua's figured me out. Gotta cool down. I feel like I'm stuck in a perma-blush mode. Still I thought I might find you around here somewhere. Hi, Professor Alba. Fancy seeing you here. Indeed. Dann seht ihr, ich finde das so gut gemacht. Das Bild von Professor Alba, also von Weismann als Professor Alba, ist so im Halbprofil und sieht voll nett aus. Und wenn es von vorne sieht, sieht man eigentlich so seinen Stirnacken und dadurch wirkt er viel gefährlicher. Es ist so gut gemacht. I was actually just speaking with Joshua. Congratulations on your promotion to senior bracer status. Ha, thanks. Is something wrong? I don't know, something just seems different about you. What's got you looking so cheerful? Okay, you've got me. To tell the truth, I've made several major advances in my archaeological research. You might say that it's put me in a good mood. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, sorry, the ice cream's going to melt, so I'd better get going. See you later. Da seht ihr, was ich meine? Und jetzt von vorne wirkt er durch den Nacken deutlich bedrohlicher. Weil auch die Kamera nicht so ein bisschen runtergefahren ist fürs Profil. I see, Cassius Bright's daughter. Think she's going to be quite a lot of fun. Hey, sorry it took so long. It was super crowded there, but I have returned with our valuable loot. Cool, thanks. Now we can eat like kings. Yeah. So about earlier, yeah, I want to apologize for that. I didn't mean to be so vague. I just wasn't an appropriate time for confessions, you know? Oh, sure. I didn't really mind so much. Well, when I gave it some more thought, it seemed kind of silly to try and rush things. We may be senior bracers now, but that just means that we have different work to focus on. We might have to really consider our future prospects. Right. If we get married, we'll have to think about raising children. I've got to stop getting so far ahead of myself. Es ist so tragisch, wie Estelle eigentlich den absoluten Hoch ist, ihre Gefühle zu gestehen, und Joshua ist eigentlich abgestürzt hoch 1000. So, everyone's probably waiting for us. Genau, und jetzt geht's. Hey Joshua, what is it? Did you have something you wanted to discuss about the future? No. What would give you that idea? Come on, let's get back to the castle. Und wir kommen zurück auf dem Dach, wo einfach gar nichts mehr los ist. Das Fest ist vorbei. What's wrong, Esther? You've been completely on edge for a while now. Something on your mind? Yeah. Hey, Shira, did you think Joshua was acting weird at dinner? If anyone was acting weird, I'd say it was you. He was as calm as he ever is. Well, yeah, but... Aha, I see, I get it. Get what? You can't keep secrets from me. I had a feeling about it, but I was wondering if you'd ever admit it to yourself. You're kind of falling for Joshua, aren't you? You can tell? It's pretty obvious, sorry, hon. But I'm guessing you haven't told him anything about this. No, Joshua's always picking on me, telling me what a dope I am. Not that I should be criticizing anyone, I guess. You're so naive. It's a wonder how you've lasted this long. You need to learn to look a little deeper. Big sister is ready to begin your education in love, Esther. I'm never asking you for advice again. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Don't mean to tease. But you guys set out just when puberty was about to hit. It's only logical that you'd start picking up on feelings for each other. Oh, you think so? Traveling together just seems like such a petty reason for that kind of thing. I guess I've gotten a little more self-aware since we started all this. This isn't like me at all. Your proverbial flower that refuses to blossom. Ja, bla bla bla. Sie gibt ihr jetzt Lebenslektion. Sie sagt ihr, redet. Das ist ein Ratschlag, kann ich nur jedem weitergehen. Okay, alright, time for your lesson, my protégé. Still, big sister has moved to tears. Blah, 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 blah. But thank you, I do feel a little better. Oh, you're going to tell him? No, not about that. There really does seem to be something weird going on with him. Und das finde ich halt krass, dass sie die Einzige ist, die das merkt. Okay. Okay, bla, 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 bla. Young love. They'll probably be fine. Niemand da. Hey, they're not here. Yeah, that's still in some meeting, I think. But where's Joshua? Und da hören wir ihn. Joshua? Ist auch schön, wie das Spiel fast damit beginnt und auch fast damit wieder endet. He's not playing somewhere then. Gibt ja nur einen Ort, wo er sein kann. Nee, nicht hier, sondern hier, ne? Auch da, wieso ist das Wasser da oben links abgeschnitten? Hey Estelle. Nice night, isn't it? Yeah. There's that song again. The Whereabouts of Light. I've lost a lot. But this song and this harmonica have always been with me. I've been thinking about why I play it. Maybe it's a habit I should quit. I think I want to tell you what I was doing before I met you. Joshua. Okay. This may take a while, do you mind? Not at all, I listen to whatever you have to say. Thank you. Once upon a time, there lived a little boy all by himself. He was the timid sort, relying on the kindness of others, without a single redeeming trait, but he had people he cared about with him, so he was happy. But one day something happened that broke his heart. He forgot how to speak, to feel, even to eat. All he could do was play his harmonica. No matter how hard his caretaker tried, nothing helped his heart to mend, and he grew weaker by the day. One day, a wandering magician appeared before the boy. I will heal the boy's heart for you, he said, provided of course I am compensated. And so the boy was given over into the magician's care. As he attempted to piece the broken heart back together, the magician found that he could shape the boy's existence into anything he wished, and so the boy's new heart became that of a murderer. For 2 years, the boy killed every single day. Under cover of night, he murdered dozens of soldiers. He slit the throat of a national cabinet minister who was under heavily armed guard. Sometimes he used explosives, which maimed and killed innocent bystanders. At some point, he became regarded as something more than a mere killer. He was known as the Black Fang, and the name struck fear into the hearts of men. One day, the magician gave the boy an assassination order. His target was a hero, a man who had protected his queen and nation from the threat of an invading northern country. He was a bracer who held a special rank shared only by 3 others in the entire land. But the target was too strong. He defeated the boy with all the ease of a tiger swatting at a playful cub. At that moment, some of the magician's servants showed up. Since the boy's face had been seen, he was no loose end to be tied up. But someone came to his aid and drove the attackers away. It was, of course, the man he had come to kill. And so the boy was taken to the man's house where he met a young girl. He lived there for 5 years, always feeling like he was lost in some wonderful dream. In the real world, he would never be allowed to have such dreams, but all dreams must end at some point. The time was drawing near when reality could be avoided no longer. And that's the end of my story. Und Leute, ich kann euch erzählen, das ist nicht mal die Hälfte, da fehlt noch so viel. Thank you for your being patient with me and listening. Was all that real? Every syllable. My heart is broken. My hands will always be stained with blood. I failed in the assassination of your father. I've been betraying you for a long time. The boy can't be saved from his real purpose. His presence alone seems to bring disaster and misery. He's just tainted. Tainted love. Bam, bam. But the boy set out on a journey in hopes that he may keep his misfortunes from the ones he holds dear. He will find and stop the fool magician who created the life he has led. Well, that's the last remnant of my human heart. I won't be needing it anymore. Also Joshua geht jetzt voll Emo, falls ihr das noch nicht bemerkt habt. Das ist, ne? But I want you to take it. It's hardly an adequate way to thank you for the last 5 years. Yet I can't think of anything better. Stop it. What? I said stop it. Stop talking about it like it's a dream. You make it sound like nothing that's happened was even real to you. What difference does the past make? Your heart is broken? What does that even mean? Estelle. Look at me. Look into my eyes. They've always seen that boy, in good times and bad. No matter how much the boy was hurting, I always saw how hard he'd keep holding on. Joshua, I love you. You can't just leave me on my own. My feelings won't just go away when you do. I won't let you. Estelle. Huh? Er gibt ihr ein Küsschen. Joshua. What was that? It's so bitter. It's just a fast-acting sedative. Er küsst sie. Und auch hier, man sieht, Joshua geht jetzt in Emo-Mode und plötzlich ist sein Profil frontal und nicht mehr so im Halbprofil. Seht ihr das? Das sind so Kleinigkeiten, die es aber so gut machen. Vor allem, die müssen ja auch alle gezeichnet werden, die Dinger. Es ist super gut gemacht. Don't worry, there are no side effects. Und er ist ein Assi. Er meint, er müsste jetzt die Welt alleine auf den Schultern tragen. Also er ist nicht böse geworden, im Gegenteil. Er hat ja genau gesagt, was er machen will. Er will Weisman stoppen und Ouroboros. Und ihr habt noch keine, also falls ihr es nicht kennt, habt ihr noch keine Ahnung, wie krass das alles noch ist und wird. Why? Why did you... My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes I think it would have been better if we'd never met. No. But this time's different. I'm grateful that you came to see me. I hate that I have to run from a girl who's so important to me, but it's all I can do. But I want you to know that I'll always be thinking of you. Joshua, thank you for everything. You had me from the first moment I met you. I've always loved you. Also sie lieben sich, müssen sich aber trennen. Goodbye, Estelle. Und das war's. Das war Sora no Kiseki FC. Also Trails in the Sky First Chapter. Und wie der Name schon suggeriert, ist es erst das erste Kapitel. Und oh, für diesen Track werde ich 100% einen Claim kriegen, aber es ist so schön. Ich halte jetzt mal die Klappe und lasst es euch einfach genießen. Nein, war natürlich nur Spaß. Ich halte gleich die Klappe, wenn es wichtig wird. Aber noch ist es ja einfach nur so ein Rückblick. Wir haben im Grunde genommen den Coup verhindert, aber eigentlich haben wir gar nichts geschafft. Denn wie Weisman zu Recht gesagt hat, hat es gerade erst angefangen und noch wissen die Bracer überhaupt nicht, was auf sie zukommt. Und es ist tatsächlich so, dass alles so passiert ist, wie es passieren sollte und es wird noch viel krasser. Es wird so unglaublich eskalieren und ihr werdet sehen, heilige Lotte, was da noch alles auf euch zukommt. So, jetzt bin ich aber ruhig, genießt die Credits und ich kann euch versprechen, wenn ihr dran bleibt, es lohnt sich auf jeden Fall, denn es kommt noch. Es kommt ein sehr, sehr, sehr gut animierter, auch mit 3D-Elementen, Trailer für das Second Chapter und das wollt ihr wirklich nicht verpassen. Es hat mir wahnsinnig viel Spaß gemacht. Danke fürs Mitleiden, danke fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns im zweiten Kapitel hoffentlich auch möglichst schnell wieder. Bis dahin, tschüss!